PG&E is slowly restoring power to hundreds of customers in the North Bay after a red flag fire warning prompted the utility to deliberately turn off the lights. Here's a look at the counties affected: portions of unincorporated Napa County and Lake Berryessa. In Yolo County, unincorporated areas near Davis and Winters. And in Solano County, portions of Suisun City and unincorporated areas near Vacaville and Winters. KPIX 5's Wilson Walker is in Solano County right now. Wilson.
Well, yeah, as you mentioned, PG&E now going through the process of re-energizing those lines. They have to go back and inspect all the lines they shut down before they can turn them back on. Now, not the first time people have been through with this out here, but nonetheless, not very convenient.
When things like this happen, my stomach turns at first because I know what we have to do to change over to generator.
Marcia Ritz stays in business by supplying the people who were enjoying Lake Berryessa today, but keeping her business running wasn't easy.
Electricity hooked up to our generator, which you can hear in the background, and no electricity on the lights, so we're managing as much as we can.
Over on Tony Sanchez's front patio, the clock tells the story.
It tells us that's when they shut the power off.
And in every direction, there were other reminders of what was going on. Most obviously, the utility crews, PG&E and others, scattered along seemingly every roadway here, some at times shutting down lanes of traffic to work on those power lines.
The Atlas fire, we had no power for about 10 days.
So while this was hardly the first power outage here, the preemptive power shutdowns, those are still a little new.
I think that PG&E is being cautious, which they need to be, but it's very inconvenient.
Out in Berryessa Heights, neighbors were pooling resources.
Great example. One neighbor came down, does have a generator, took all my food from my freezer and my refrigerators and took it up to his house.
So if sustained risk of catastrophic fire is the new normal, this would be the new routine.
But you have to live with it. You have to do what you have to do to stay open and survive.
I think this is a wave of the future now. We're going to have to be self-reliant. We're going to have our own generator. We have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah, we've sort of seen this rollout last year. I remember when the PG&E went through this the first time, there was this sense that they were really trying to prepare people for the fact that this wasn't going to be a random, rare occurrence type thing, but something that's now going to be built into the weather that we experience here in Northern California. And as you can hear from folks there, everybody kind of grinning and bearing it maybe, but inconvenience versus the risk of fire that we have seen over the last 2 years. And now, as you can see, everybody very much having to live with it here. On the Napa-Solano County line, Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.
North Bay isn't the only region dealing with power outages. PG&E also taking proactive measures in the Sierra foothills, where close to 27,000 customers could be in the dark starting tonight. PG&E expects to restore service to those customers by about midday tomorrow.